Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. So this week was not really very funny on the gold market because it was really the lack of the driving factors. So almost the whole week market wasn't knowing what to do and just showing really very choppy action. But we suggest that the next week will be more interesting because it's stepping in the Fed statement and the gross domestic product will be released for the fourth quarter in the United States, of preliminary data which could turn the overall situation out from the dead point. Still, despite that this market was a bit choppy and really heavy, it's again proving the fundamental importance of the momentum. So whatever we see on the market, despite how doubtful was our setup with the possible upward action, and despite that it was really big challenge trying to find the proper point for taking the position last week, because you probably remember, those of you who are watching our videos on the gold probably seen it was really difficult to catch the right point for taking the position because market was mostly behaved as the indecision market, showing a lot of fluctuation and forming no clear patterns. But despite of that, you can see that market is drifting and drifting higher. This fundamental importance of the momentum works. It's really a crucial tool for any market, and it's really one of the major fundamental laws for technical price behavior. Because if you have the great momentum in the first retracement, momentum can't disappear and should be faded by the attempt of the upward continuation. So that's actually what we see. That was the background of our bread and butter trade, and despite that it shows performance that a bit blur and it's choppy, but still it's drifting higher. So it is working. And now market is coming to the destination point, which is the target of this momentum trade, minimal target, as we have specified it a few weeks ago. So that is the 1582 level. Since we will get the Fed statement and gross domestic product release, they could become particular factors that would trigger another leg down. So somehow I suggest that really could happen. Because by the technical picture, we have the potential bearish patch, and I will show you a bit later. As a fundamental background, also doesn't suggest the immediate upward continuation because of some factors that actually we already described. Some relief in the crisis on the Middle East, highly saturated long position which is keeping by the investors on the gold market. So by the CFTC report, the overall net position stands at all-time highs. Market is entering in a seasonal bearish trend, which starting approximately in January, February, lasts till the end of the summer. This is the bearish seasonal trend from the gold market. Well, relatively positive statistics as in the United States, comments from the Fed, so that keeps gold from the fast acceleration. It's probably preparing the background for a possible deeper retracement. That is really possible in current circumstances. We suggest that despite that long-term gold trend stands bullish, we think that for taking the investing position we could get better levels, and we do not exclude the chance that we will see gold around 1450, 1480 area, which will be more attractive for taking the long-term position. Well, that's why on the next week we will keep an eye on this patch, and that actually our target 1582. Indeed, you can see that market has taken the shape of the hand and shoulders pattern. It's a bit skewed upward, but you could recognize the shoulders, head, and shoulder again. And by this pattern, we have the ABCD extension, which is the OP target agrees with the 1582 level. So that will be our major level to watch for. Also, take a look. We have the weekly pivot resistance one right at this area, which potentially also could work at the signal line, because if we are correct on the retracement feature of this action, market should stop here and turn down. So if pivot resistance 1 holds the upward action after the initial drop, it confirms that this action is just a retracement, even we should get some extension down. So that's the points that we will keep an eye on the coming week. Also, if you have the bearish view or searching chance to take the trade, that's the setup to consider, because with this ABC reaction, market will appear on a strong resistance, and simultaneously we will get the guardrails cheaper to a self-action right here on the fall differential. On the hourly chart, you can see that upward action could be finalized by the butterfly. So on Friday, on the various news in Asia, so this market showed some acceleration, showing the warning of the planet about the new year. So this 127 extension has been hit, 1575, so 1574. Since we have the nice acceleration here and here, actually, there's a lot of chance that we will hit finally 1582. That's also 1618 extension of the butterfly. This particular pattern that could trigger the downward action. So currently, all eyes on the Fed statement on Wednesday and on the gross domestic product release on Friday, on Thursday, because these two factors probably will become the major one on the coming week, and that the factors that could turn the situation drastically. Confirm our setup here on the 4-time frame chart, in particular by these factors, this pattern could start to work and market start dropping again. So I'd not exclude the chance that we will get something of that sort in the future. This market will appear around 1490, as I said, so it's also really could happen. So let's see. Next week probably will be more interesting than this one.